Welcome! I'm David Powell.
I'm Jen Peterson.
Today we want to talk about everyone's favorite, Trump.
I forgot my trucker hat. I was going to wear it. That's my invisible hat that I was tipping to America. So David and I were talking about Trump, which you're probably rolling your eyes right now. This is really important because I don't think America has decoded the mystery as to why Trump is so popular and keeps winning. So we're going to attempt to decode together in episode 2.
What is Trump really getting at that 40% of Republicans in our country is resonating with? Why don't people understand Trump right now?
I think people don't understand why in 2016 someone who is saying such blatantly racist things and sexist things and anti-immigrant things could continue to surge in the polls. So I think that's sort of one baffling mystery, right?
Yep. Let's talk about now what Trump's appeal is. His directness. People like his forceful attitude. And
I think they like the fact that he's a bully. A lot of people voting for Trump, they feel powerless in different ways, maybe because of their class, and that they don't really have a voice. So they see someone like Trump, and it might actually be less of what he says and more of how he says it. This guy can say what he wants to say and make it happen, and that's all I care about. Doesn't matter what he's actually saying. Yeah, we like the guy that's like, ow, I'm not showing up to the debate, and what's her face Fox reporter was on her period, and that's where we're like, yeah, you tell him, Trump. So another thing is that after really analyzing this, I think that white men might just miss the days where they could say whatever they want and not get in trouble for it and be celebrated for it. And so it might just be as simple as that, that he's getting the white male, particularly white male working class vote. I think there's this nostalgia for, how the days used to be. And for those of us who are women, or for those who are people of color, or any other, minority or formerly oppressed population in this country, we don't have that same memory. So I think there's this particularly group that used to be a little more powerful, and now that society is more equal, they're missing those days of when they could just be the boss and say whatever they wanted to say.
Another one that's very well known about Trump is that he's anti-establishment. We all know this. This is something that's pretty common. He's never been elected to a political office ever, so therefore he is literally anti-establishment in that sense. So that's something that people definitely like in general. Another kind of theory of why Trump is, another thought of why Trump is being popular among the white rural working class is because they're not making progress. Factories have left. There's some that are still here, as we all know, but not as many as there used to be.
I think this whole anti-immigrant sentiment, I think there's been a narrative that, people who come here to America illegally are taking the working class jobs away. And so I think there's something about this, very build the wall and, don't protect undocumented people. I think it's really resonating with the working class who maybe feels that's, where their income has gone.
What does that mean? There's clearly a anxiety in a population in America that is fearful of non-college educated jobs. If you're not going to go to college, can you still live a middle-class lifestyle in America? The thing that I would say that is very, very significant for Trump's appeal currently today is literally almost identical to what Ronald Reagan's appeal was back in the 80s. Quick history lesson, before Reagan was Jimmy Carter, and there was an oil crisis going on with OPEC in the Middle East. And Jimmy Carter said what we should do to combat this oil crisis, this energy crisis, kind of tighten your belts and kind of use less energy. Ronald Reagan came in and said, forget that, we're America, we can do whatever we want. And literally one of Ronald Reagan's slogans was, let's make America great again. The exact words that Trump is using.
I just liked him on The Apprentice, personally. What do we do what are our solutions to people feeling this way about Trump? All those things we talked about, which is why people are voting for him and behind him. How can we address those issues that they're feeling? Sense of powerlessness, no jobs, miss being the loudest person in the room. How do we address those?
Question.
Outside of voting for Trump.
Write that in the comments
Go.
below, and we'll be here again next week. Peace out. Bye, people.
Peace.